This week we are heading to a few very unique places on the island, and we're bringing along a friend. It's crazy who you will bump into along the way, and we take the time to stop and assist a friend with his broken brake piston.
So what did you do?
You don't think you can give him a hand?
A couple straps later, and he should be good to get to a spot to repair it. Good to see Jen as excited as we are about the trip.
We're trying to get to Gold River. The sun is setting now, and we're in Nanaimo.
Look at this first one I
So how many
pulled
hours
out.
to Gold River? Like 2 or 3?
Look at this one
Yeah,
I just pulled
couple
out
more.
of it.
That's where the water's coming from.
What, was it leaking?
Yeah. There's a decent hole in it somewhere. Oh, there. Anyway.
So we got a couple hours
Yeah,
in night driving.
a couple more hours. Yeah, you'll take over when it gets dark.
I'm gonna take over right now, I think.
Oh, are you? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
is that my apple?
Yes.
Is it?
Yes. Dug it out just for you.
Really?
Just so that everybody knows. That's Jen.
What can I say? I got an apple.
That's my best friend.
Apple in my eye.
Oh. We're here in Gold River. The girls are still sleeping, so yeah, we're gonna make coffee, I think, because it's pretty early in the morning, even though it's sunny out. It's pretty neat. There's a couple of mountains beside us that are pretty interesting. And the sun's gonna come up through the trees here, so time for coffee.
What are you making for breakfast?
Bacon, eggs, and hash browns. I can get this bacon.
Good thing we have a fridge coming.
Yes.
Like a 12-volt fridge.
Nice to not stick my hand in a box full of rice. First thing in the morning.
What kind of bacon is it? Well, it's like the thick cut bacon.
The good bacon. Where's my bacon?
The good bacon?
No, the other bacon.
Yours is for the omelet style.
Is that enough? It's only 2 of you guys eating bacon.
Is it ever enough bacon? Yes, it's enough.
Good clickety clack.
salmon berries.
Never had one of those before. It's a pretty looking berry, but I'm scared to eat it.
You can eat it. They're edible. They're not the greatest. Like they're pretty bitter. Yeah, they're bitter. Where are we going, Tiff? To Upana Caves?
Yeah.
Limestone caves are formed by water that has been saturated with dissolved calcium carbonate. The water seeps into the ground and dissolves the surface rock, which is usually limestone. Once the water reaches a point below the surface, it begins to flow more freely. As more and more calcium carbonate seeps into the groundwater, it starts to form stalactites from the ceiling and stalagmites from the floor. When water flows freely, as happens when it is above ground level, it carries dissolved substances with it. Limestone caves are formed by water eroding rock over thousands of years. They can be found all over the world and in many different types of terrain.
So far out of my comfort level. Okay. Ready?
You okay? Yeah. Don't get stuck in there, Dylan. In that little pool.
Oh. There's like stairs in here. Cool.
Hey, Dylan.
That's slippery down there, so just...
I know. Good thing I'm bendable.
The beautiful thing about limestone caves is that they provide an opportunity to explore nature while still remaining cool inside. Caves can be a great place to explore and observe the natural world at work. The walls of caves can be dissolved by water, forming a variety of minerals called cave salts. These soluble salts slowly seep into the ground and eventually form pink crystals along stream beds or other sources of underground water. The mineral deposits are often concentrated around stalactites and stalagmites and columns that often occur when the roof is low enough. caves on Vancouver Island are some of the most diverse in Canada. They are home to a number of species such as bats, cave spiders, and crickets. They are located in beautiful places such as Pachita, Nahimit, and Ucluelet provincial parks. The caves are often home to plants such as moss, ferns, and mushrooms. Some of these caves have been inhabited by humans since before European settlement. The first known inhabitant of some of the caves was an indigenous man from the area. In 1774, he was hunting for sea lions when he discovered one on a cliff ledge with a cave opening. The man noted that the cave had small lumps of soft quartzite at its entrance. He used some to make arrowheads, spear points, and other items for himself and others in his community. Limestone caves are a fragile environment and require special attention when exploring them. Caves are important habitats for many creatures, such as bats and cave spiders. These organisms rely on the cave's consistent temperature and humidity levels to survive. It is important to protect these environments while exploring them. When exploring a limestone cave, it is important to protect yourself by wearing proper clothing that you can get dirty in. Another precaution you can take is to wearing gloves or boots with good rubber bottoms, as caves are generally damp and slippery places. If your hands are wet or sweaty when you enter the cave, then chances are high for contamination of the limestone walls with your hands, and gloves should be worn.
Cool. Yeah. It's like it's really cool, but like creepy. Really out of my comfort zone. I'm waiting for an animal to just jump out and eat us, or Sasquatch, but. Yeah, why don't the bats live in here? Hey? Don't they love caves?
Hey, I love talking on the phone. But hey, I just can't wait to have you home. Oh, I'm alright for now.
Calla Creek Falls are impressive during the summer. However, the best time to view this waterfall is during the fall, rainy season. This will add a ton of water volume to the falls you see here. The benefit to visiting during the dry season is that you will be able to see the top section of the falls. It's quite the hike, so be prepared.
So hey, why should we wait another night?
This waterfall is just outside Gold River on the gravel road to Tassis at around the 10-kilometer mark. You can't miss them. They are right beside the road. The water originates on Baldy Mountain and are fed from rain and snowmelt from high above.
I'm gonna love you till the end of time, because a love like ours is hard to
Oh, it's beautiful. I love waterfalls. It's really cold. Put my arms in there. Lots of big rocks. I wouldn't swim. It's too cold for swimming. I'd rather not. The caves were really cool, pretty spooky. Surprised bats don't live in it. Yeah, I'd like to come back maybe with the proper clothing and climb through it properly with brighter headlamps, but yeah, it was lots of fun.
What do you think of the waterfall, Jen?
Really nice water.
I was thinking that would be nice to go have a bath down there later. How about you? Did you give it a feel?
No. Was it cold?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it would be cold. Maybe that's not your thing.
Yeah. From the snow from the mountains.
What?
Yeah.
So freaking hot, man.
I know, it's like 22 degrees right now. What do you think of the caves?
Well, like by caves, you mean like there's more than one?
Yeah.
I thought there was gonna be like a lot of caves, and I was impressed.
You're impressed?
Yeah.
It was cold in the May.
Yes, I like the dripping water.
Lots of water, yeah.
Dripping water
Limestone
off
cave.
the walls, yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Crest Creek Crags is located within the boundaries of Strathcona Park and provide a wide variety of rock climbing opportunities like trad, sport, mix, and aid routes. There are well over 175 routes and over 15 climbing areas to explore.
Walking through this world
It is quality basalt and very stable. This is the very first place I learned to climb rock, and it is an impressive example of what a community can do when they come together. Although BC parks have had issues with the group that developed it, it is still a great place to spend the day climbing and growing your skills as a climber.
come to you and tell you how I feel.
There are miles and miles of well-groomed trails that weave through the basalt cliffs to explore, and if you are interested in climbing, you can pick up a climbing guide at MEC or other outfitting stores. It will always hold a special place in my heart.
And when you pass me by, I will smile and then I'll walk
Buttle Lake is a lake on Vancouver Island in Strathcona Regional District. It is about 23 kilometers or 14 miles long and 1.5 kilometers or 0.9 miles wide.
smile like a drunk, it makes me high like
The lake has an area of 28 square kilometers or 11 square miles and is up to 120 meters or 394 feet deep and lies at an elevation of 221 meters.
I can. And I'll wait, 'cause tomorrow I will go with my plan.
The lake is located between Campbell River and Gold River in Strathcona Provincial Park. The lake is the headwaters of the Campbell River.
And when the morning
The
comes,
lake was named after John Buttle, geologist and botanist from Kew Gardens, London, who came to the area with the Royal Engineers. They mapped the area around the lake in 1865. Buttle explored Vancouver Island as a naturalist under Dr. Robert Brown as part of the Vancouver Island exploring expedition in 1864. He discovered and mapped the lake the next year.
think of it.
During 1955 to 1958, the Strathcona Dam was built on Upper Campbell Lake, raising the water level by 30 meters or 98 feet. The raised water level coalesced Upper Campbell and Buttle Lake, raising the level of Buttle by 5 meters. Prior to the increase, 600 hectares or 1,500 acres of forest at low-lying areas along the shore was harvested. At times of lower water, there exists mudflats with stumps remaining from the forests that formerly stood here. The lake is located almost in the center of Vancouver Island. The main access to the park via Highway 28 connects with Gold River on the west coast of Vancouver Island and passes through the northern section of the park and provides access to Buttle Lake. There are multiple campgrounds along Buttle Lake. Hiking, swimming, boating, fishing, and cycling are common activities in the area.
up there.
Okay, it's freezing.
What do you think of the roadside waterfalls?
I love them. They're really cold. It's like glacier water.
Snowmelt water?
Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty cool though. It's like right beside the road, eh?
Yeah, I love them.
Yeah.
I chase waterfalls.
How hot is it today?
Well, what did it say?
32.
32?
Yeah.
Crazy.
It's hot, eh?
The beginning of our heat wave.
That's nice.
Yeah.
You having fun?
Yeah, let's go find more waterfalls. Let's go swimming in the lake.
One last ticket before it's gone. One last summer before it's fall. Tune your strings and play your cards. Little words hit me like a game of darts. And you're beating on my drum. And you're beating on my door. Running faster than my dreams.
So pretty. And loud.
What do you hear?
The Myra Falls.
Across the lake.
Yeah.
It's pretty far away, eh?
Pretty far. It's quite loud. I can see the mist coming off of it.
The waterfall is across the lake. And you can hear it because it's just so loud. Let me see if I'll zoom in on it here. It's like way over there. But I'll zoom in and I'll grab my other lens.
One of James Scott Mitchell's descendants said it best. He stated, James Scott Mitchell was a 20-year-old established businessman when he died mysteriously in the bush of Vancouver Island in the summer of 1937. Jim was meeting a survey party alone. He would relieve another young fellow who was coming out to go to school. On Tuesday in late August, he began following a marked trail that faded into just notched trees along the upper Thelwood Creek. He had been over the trail 11 times before and knew it well. At some point, he sat down on his pack, maybe to find the best way to cross the creek. On that Friday, D.S. Harris, another packer, found Jim's body washed up onto a sandbar. After a team came in to pack the body out and brought it to the coroner in Campbell River, it was determined that Jim had died from a blow to the head just behind his right ear. The coroner thought that he had died by slipping on the rocks or falling over a log as he was crossing the creek. Jim Mitchell's body was found in the center of the island, several mountain ranges and almost 100 kilometers away near a lake. The lake used to be called Crystal Lake, but was renamed Jim Mitchell Lake about 10 years after his death. Mountains and rocky cliffs rose almost straight out of the lake, and higher mountains capped in snow could be seen just behind them.
So we made it to Jim Mitchell Lake, and it's super nice up here. It's hot. It was like 32 or 33 degrees. We've been up here for the afternoon. Quite the place. If you have never been up here, you should definitely check it out. I think we're just going to stay here for the night and then maybe play a card game or two and then hit the hay, and then we check out Myra Falls tomorrow and then head back down island to Victoria. But yeah, this place is pretty insane. One of my favorite places on earth too, Strathcona Park, so it's kind of nice.
Okay. So I'm gonna Smitty. 1, 2. Good morning. Day 2, Jim Mitchell Lake. Coffee time. It was very pretty.
Yeah.
Water's like a mirror.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, eh? Mm-hmm. Jen's down by the lake doing something with her hair.
Why don't you show the world?
Oh, exposure. There we go. Let's crank that. No, something. Look how tiny she is compared to the lake. Lake's, I mean, it's pretty big.
She went down to wash her face.
Oh. But it's like beautiful up here. Holy moly. Yeah, how deep the lake is, I don't even know.
It looks really deep.
Oh, exposure.
Like right here?
Yeah.
Looks really deep. We slept beside 2 piles of bear poop.
The what?
Have you gone into the mine yet?
Yeah, I got pictures. Well, I got video of the mine, yeah. Water's boiling for coffee.
Oh, good.
Do you need coffee, Jen?
No. This one is yours.
Thanks, babe. Coffee. Well, mocha, I guess. On this second morning, day 2 of our, I don't know what you call it, kind of just a weekend getaway to the mountains. I think well, we stayed last night in Gold River and then went to Upana, and then I think today we're gonna try and head to Comox Courtney and find this Drax Castle, which was an old mill or something that's no longer there. We'll check that place out, and then we'll head back down to Victoria. So right now we're just going to enjoy the mountains and having a coffee by the lake and this beautiful spot. Yeah, if you're curious about all the spots that we visit, just leave a comment down below and I'll see if I can put something online or put something together in a PDF or something that people can download, and then they'll know where all these cool spots are, because this is definitely there's nobody up here at all. And it was like 32 degrees yesterday, but we had the lake to ourselves, so it's kind of nice. Yeah, really good coffee. If you were all wondering, this is how short Tiffany is.
Yeah.
She's like 4 foot
11.
10.
Myra Falls is a 7-tiered plunge waterfall that cascades down into the southern end of Buttle Lake from a small hanging valley. The falls are accessible to the public via a paved road to the Myra Falls Mine Gate, followed by an easy 1.5 kilometer hiking trail downstream. The falls are also accessible by boat via Buttle Lake. Myra Falls, also known as Lower Myra Falls, is a waterfall located in Strathcona Provincial Park. The falls have been named after Lady Myra Strathcona, wife of the British politician and explorer Sir Donald A. Smith, who explored much of Vancouver Island in 1857 to 58. Myra Falls is the only waterfall on Buttle Lake that currently receives some amount of human visitation, with a viewpoint at the halfway point down the trail. The The name was chosen by Lady Myra Strathcona in 1894, who had just completed her lifelong work of preserving large areas of coastal forest in Vancouver Island. Strathcona had visited the Buttle Lake area in 1881 to 1882 as a member of her husband's party and wrote about her experiences in a letter to the president of the Royal Canadian Geographic Society. If you ever get the chance, take a friend on an adventure. And as always, I wish you were here.